Hello. Hello, long time no talk to you. It is Lainey. I am back with another DBD Perk Breakdown, and I'm super excited for this chapter. So this one was requested by one of my mods, Nadia Hard Candy. Nadia wants to know more about Blight and the Twins, so I figure let's just go with the Twins since that was the most recent DLC before the new one that just came out. Again, if you have any kind of suggestions or other kind of perks or specific characters or DLC packages you would like me to break down next, please write them in the comments so I know. Without further ado, let's introduce you to our lovely survivor, Miss Élodie. So Élodie comes with 3 perks like your standard survivor, and we're gonna break them down. First, we have Appraisal. So Appraisal is basically you start the trial with 3 tokens. Whenever a chest has already been opened, a token is consumed and you get to rummage through it one more time. So you get to do this up to 3 times, and you can actually rummage through chests 80% faster. Now, I don't personally use Appraisal myself. I think that it's super nifty to have when you're doing a Plunderer's build. You can have like Ace and Hole and nothing else, all that good stuff, all the good luck stuff, right? And you can get really good items or really good add-ons the more you dig deeper. However, please note that the more you dig through, the less good quality it'll be. So make sure you're bringing like Plunderers or Ace in the Hole to really get the benefits out of those. Her second perk is Deception. So whenever you're interacting with the locker while sprinting, it will trigger a loud noise notification at your location and cause you to leave no scratch marks for 3 seconds. The trade-off is you can no longer enter lockers while sprinting while this perk is active, and has a cooldown of about 40 seconds. This perk gets me all the time as killer when I think like, oh, I know you're in that locker, and you weren't. It was just Deception. I think it's really good if you know how to loot killers, if you are all about the locker plays. So this would be good with like a head-on. This would be good with inner strength, etc., etc. It's especially good on Red Forest maps when you have like that crowd of lockers. There's like 5 or 6 lockers all kind of standing next to each other. You're really gonna throw a killer off with that. Bringing Dance With Me, Quick and Quiet. You are good to go. And last but not least, she has the last perk, Power Struggle. So while you're being carried by the killer, if you reach 25% of your wiggle progress at tier 3 of this perk, you can actually drop a pallet and save yourself, which is really, really cool. But the likelihood of you being able to get away with this is extremely low because most killers know not to walk through pallets or are very, skeptical of walking through pallets unless they know for a fact there's nobody around. And even by the time if you were to even get a chance to proctor it, that is extremely rare. I could see this being useful maybe in brown ranks and yellow ranks, but anything green it up, I kind of don't know if it'll work for you. And that's it for Miss Élodie. I think that she's absolutely fabulous. I love having more black girls in the game, represent. I think that she's fantastic, and I think her little onesie, reindeer onesie, is absolutely adorable as well. Without further ado, let's get to the twins. So you have to forgive me, I don't really play twins, so I don't have all these leveled up all the way, but I do have them kind of pulled up on the side of the screen, so I'm able to tell you at tier 3 what these perks will kind of, work and how they'll be like. So for the 2 twins, you have basically 2 killers in one. So you have Charlotte and Victor. Victor is the small man that's in the chest. And you basically can control either party. I know a lot of people play dirty with twins. A lot of people use Victor to kind of camp hooks and camp down survivors or totems and things like that. Not a lot of good memories with playing against twins. But that's neither here nor there. We're talking about their perks, so let's get to it. So the perk Coup de Grace, each time a generator is completed, Coup de Grace grows in power, you gain a token. You can consume 1 token at tier 2 to increase the distance of your next lunge attack by 50%, which is super cool. I would like to say that at tier 3 it is 60% instead of 50. This is really good for killers like Hag, killers that like Michael that don't really have the lunge that they really need to really hit people. So Coup de Grace would be great to bring on those killers. Their second perk is Hoarder. So survivors reveal their location when they interact with a chest or when they pick up an item within 32 meters of your location at tier 1. The trial begins with up to 2 additional chests in the environment. So at tier 3, you will get the loud notification for 4 seconds when survivors interact with chests within 64 meters of your location at tier 3, which is insane. Basically, if you are a little plunderer and you're going in the basement to get that, chest, and, maybe Charlotte and Victor can know what you're up to. So be careful coming against twins with us. And last but not least, our perk Oppression. When you damage a generator, up to 3 random generators also begin regressing. If the affected generators are being repaired, any survivors repairing them receive a very difficult skill check, and it has a cooldown of 2 seconds at tier 1. At tier 3, everything else applies except the cooldown is 80 seconds. I've been on generators when Oppression has kind of, come up, and it's basically like a unpredictable overcharge or unpredictable decisive strike skill check. If you're really good at hitting those, or with our new struggle function now where you just basically hit smaller and smaller skill checks, I think you'll be okay if this comes up. If you expect the twin and you see the twins and you expect it, and if you are kind of prepared for it. But if you're not prepared for it, it's gonna catch you by surprise, so keep an eye out. And yeah, that's basically how the twins and Élodie function. I love doing videos like this because not only are they very quick for me to make, they're very quick for me to edit so I can get more content out to you guys. That's about it. I'm gonna continue to make content. I'm gonna do a lot more different content, not just DBD content. I wanna include more things on this channel as well. But be patient with me. I'm working, your girl's working, and I hope I can bring a lot of the projects that I'm working on to you as soon as possible. And that's about it. You guys have a good one, and I'll see you guys next week. Have a good one. Bye.